the Chariot. Now, this is the very energy that we ended last week on, so perhaps there's a continuation of certain developments. It can be a major week this week with some important events taking place. For some of you, this may tie to a Cancer person, their sun, their moon, or their rising sign. Or you may be very focused on transportation, vehicles, car maintenance. For others of you, it's all about communication. But for all of you, it's about an important goal, getting from point A to point B. And so you have a clear purpose in mind, and this is a week where you can be very determined to meet the target. And part of that means, having some kind of mastery over yourself in the drive for achievement, putting in great effort, going after a goal, and having the energy to fight for something that you believe in. So it can be a week that may bring up some kind of conflict or opposition to others, or some kind of inner battle with yourself, trying to bring opposing forces together. And it's a week where your outlook, your mood, your perspective, the way you relate, has a very big impact on others. And so, it would be good to be mindful of how you affect other people, because there could be, an influence that you don't even realize, that you're not aware of. It's a week where it's best to put forth the team effort. And it's good to know who's on your team. What are their strengths? What do they bring to the party? Because in some cases, if their strength is greater than yours, perhaps you decide to pass the reins, or vice versa. So it's a week where you have to work in tandem with another person. You have to have strong leadership skills, but a strong leader knows when to also follow, to surround himself with people who know more than he does. So this is a week where you could be making some kind of changes that affect your financial strategy or your schedule. It may be personal, professional in nature. It's a week about trying to move something very quickly, and events may play out very quickly this week, but you don't want to be reckless. It takes great skill to drive a chariot, and so, knowing exactly when to round that corner is important for you. In fact, even on a mundane level, be careful how you drive this week. It's possible that you may get a speeding ticket or some kind of traffic violation. And it's a week where travel, period, can be annoying or irritating or costly. Maybe there are detours, or maybe gas prices spike, or perhaps you have to travel somewhere you hadn't intended, or so maybe there are issues with your car. But this is a week overall for efficiency and leadership, and in some cases the changes that you have to make this week are actually better for you, especially if travel or relocation is part of the agenda. It's a week where it's highly likely that you're doing something out of your norm, something that's taking you out of your usual path or your usual routine. It may be on the quest for some mission, it could be seeking some form of adventure, and it could very well be something romantic. So this is a week where you really have to bear down and be determined and concentrate your focus toward making an advancement. It's a week where no doubt your patience is going to be tested, again through annoying delays or miscommunication or mechanical issues or even some medical problems that you didn't anticipate. But this is a victory card. It's about making progress, triumph, winning. And for some of you, maybe the focus is some kind of competition. Maybe you're involved in sports, or a game is important, or maybe you're dealing with law enforcement or military issues. But it is about driving toward something. Maybe driving toward a brick wall if you're reckless or involved in some kind of conflict, if you're giving in to your impulses or the baser side of yourself, because this card reflects the shadow and the light, and learning how to deal with both of those. For some of you, the target you have this week may be a certain outcome, or a connection to a particular person, and you're putting a lot of stress and emphasis, making this the end-all be-all, that this is the only thing that is important, this is what gives your life meaning, this is what makes you happy. And it means that maybe your own self-confidence is an issue, that you're putting too many eggs in one basket. You're putting too much emphasis on something unnecessarily so. This is a week where there may be some circumstances that are out of your control. It could be a misjudgment, a misstep, a miscalculation that means you have to change course, or something is not going to happen as quickly as you hoped. And it's a week where you're taking a closer look at your relationships, because there's a transition. Something about your connections enter a new phase, meant to open your eyes, change your perspective, broaden your horizons. But you have to be open, and you have to pay attention.